In the forgotten shadows of ancient Greece, where myths walked beside mortals, one creature emerged as a symbol of fear, power, and eternal punishment: the Minotaur. This legendary beast, half man and half bull, has haunted the imagination of humanity for thousands of years. But the true story behind the Minotaur is far darker than simple folklore. It begins with a kingdom drenched in pride, betrayal, and deals made with gods who delighted in human suffering. The island of Crete, ruled by the mighty king Minos, stood as one of the most powerful civilizations of its age. Minos believed he was destined to rule not through wisdom, but through divine favor. To prove his right to the throne, Minos prayed to Poseidon, god of the sea, asking for a sign. Poseidon answered by sending a magnificent white bull from the depths of the ocean. This divine bull was meant to be sacrificed in honor of the god. But Minos, seduced by the animal's beauty and power, chose to keep it for himself. In Greek mythology, defying a god always comes with a price. Poseidon's revenge was subtle, cruel, and symbolic. He cursed Minos' wife, Queen Pasiphae, with an unnatural desire for the bull. The curse drove her into madness and desperation, twisting her fate beyond repair. With the help of the brilliant inventor Daedalus, Pasiphae concealed herself inside a wooden cow. What followed was an unholy union that horrified even the gods. From this cursed encounter, a child was born. A child was never meant to exist. It possessed the body of a man, but the head and strength of a furious bull. Pasiphae loved it as her own, but Minos saw it only as a monster. He named it Asterion, though history would remember it only as the Minotaur. As the Minotaur grew, so did its hunger for flesh. Its strength became uncontrollable, its rage unstoppable. Minos, in fear of his own creation, sought a way to imprison the creature forever. Again, he turned to Daedalus, whose mind could rival the gods themselves. Daedalus built the Labyrinth on endless maze of twisting corridors, dead ends, and traps. Once the Minotaur entered the labyrinth, it would never escape. But imprisoning the monster was not enough to satisfy Minos' pride. He demanded a tribute from Athens, 7 young men and 7 maidens every 9 years. These innocents were thrown into the labyrinth, left to wander until the Minotaur found them. Inside the maze, the monster became a living instrument of Crete's vengeance. For the Athenians, it was a sentence of terror and humiliation, until one young prince stepped forward to end the cycle: Theseus. He was determined to kill the Minotaur and free Athens from its torment. He sailed to Crete as part of the sacrifice, hiding his true intentions. But fate intervened through Ariadne, daughter of King Minos. She fell in love with Theseus and agreed to help him survive the labyrinth. Ariadne gave him a simple weapon, not a sword, but a thread. With this thread, Theseus could trace his path back through the maze. Inside the labyrinth, darkness swallowed everything, including hope. Theseus wandered through the cold, echoing passages, listening for the beast. The Minotaur's roar shook the walls, guiding him deeper into the maze. When they finally met, man and monster clashed in a brutal battle. Theseus fought with skill, but the Minotaur fought with primal fury. In the end, Theseus struck a fatal blow, ending the creature's tortured existence. He escaped the labyrinth using Ariadne's thread, becoming a hero of Athens. But the story did not end happily for everyone. Ariadne was abandoned on an island, her fate lost to myth and time. Minos' rage grew, and Daedalus was imprisoned for helping the lovers. The labyrinth remained silent and eternal, long after its monster had died. But the Minotaur's legend did not fade, it transformed. In later centuries, the Minotaur became a symbol of human fear, a metaphor for the darkness we hide within ourselves. Psychologists interpreted it as the beast of uncontrolled desire. Historians saw it as a warning against tyranny and pride. Artists portrayed it as a tragic creature, cursed by forces beyond its control. In modern storytelling, the Minotaur appears in novels, films, games, and art. Its image continues to evolve. yet its essence remains unchanged. It is still the creature of the maze, the lost, the furious, the forgotten. Across thousands of years, the Minotaur stands as a reminder that our greatest monsters are often born from our own choices. And so, the legend endures, echoing through the labyrinths of history, waiting for those brave enough to seek the truth within the darkness.